Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on for Friday book haul. So I got a nice pile of books to show you today. So I've got this wide range reader, Blue Book 1. This is reprint 1968. So really nice coloured pictures in this that I like. And the text is quite big, so it's the type of text that would be good to cut little sentences and words out of. I'll have to remember to do that with the books that I get that have these larger text pages in. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So I'll harvest all those beautiful pages. There was an atlas. Must stop getting atlases, but if they're sort of vintage ones, I can't help it. Beautiful pages. So this one looks like 60s maybe. Does it tell me? '72. This edition, and that's the 11th. First published 1896. So lovely map pages. There are a couple of how and why books. Don't like seeing these go to the bin. They seem to sell for a bit now in the second-hand shops and online and that, so I thought I'd grab them. So I think with these are 70s as well. Yeah, 75. First is 1965. So I got Explorations and Discoveries. Probably have a good collection of these now. I should probably keep the collection, but I can't keep all the books. A lot of the time I love the pages for journals, but that's usually if it's like insects and butterflies and birds and that. This sort of thing doesn't interest me as much, so we will see. Caves to Skyscrapers. In not bad condition either. A bit of paper ephemera for me. This is the Pictorial Encyclopedia of Scientific Knowledge. I'm such a sucker for encyclopedias, especially ones aimed at kids, because the pictures, I just love the pictures. That's a cool page. They're all cool pages, aren't they? That's the problem. But yeah, lots of information. What's the index like? Look at the pictures. Very cool. Interesting colour. The index. Probably keep those pages. Oh, that's really neat. All the bugs. They're a great size, aren't they? Yep, love that. There was this, which is the Period Home Renovator, Buyer's Guide 1990. And I think I just like some of the pictures in this. It's a bit glossy, but even these are really cool. They're decorative tiles. The bath. So it's a bit like a catalogue, really. Lamps. thought that was interesting. There is this massive book. I don't know how well you'll see it. Spirit of the Rainforest. Look at the beautiful pictures. So good one to get some pictures out of glue booking and that. 2008. It's a bit glossy. But yeah, lovely pictures. And at least you've got some smaller ones. That's cool. I have to take that one out right now. For my frog journal that I never get around to. Oh, spider. That'd be an interesting background. I'm not going to say there's my son, the monkey. Yeah. Very interesting pictures to use in that. So that's going to be a great one to go through. Bit of fun. And then there was this, it was probably the whole set of these Junior World Encyclopedias. I think I've got 18 of them. Don't ask me where I'll fit them. I'm sure I've got another set of these somewhere too, but they have the best pictures, so I can't help myself. 1971 for these. The pages are very good sort of paper as well, so they'd make great envelopes and pockets and that. So lots of information. Diagrams and photos. Like most of these things, it probably depends which volume you've got as to how interesting the pictures are going to be, but you do get some beautiful ones. So I'll be able to harvest these when I've got time. Look at those. So yeah, couldn't let these go to the bin because there's too much good stuff in them that I want to take out. This is volume 10. Yes, must spend a whole lot of time just harvesting to get the bulk down of these, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. They're the best size, aren't they? To a fussy cut. Very happy. Got this Ways with Dried Flowers. Not the best little book, but I just like the size of these. 1973. So another one to harvest pretty quickly. I don't mind these pictures though. I think they're quite retro. I've got a few books with this style of picture in of the dried flowers, and I might theme journals around them. We will see. Had to get this. It is Sherlock Holmes, the original illustrated. It says it has with all 356 original illustrations. Quite like the cover as well. That is breaking away. Needs some sealant on it. But I really like this because it does have the pictures. So if I ever want to do a Sherlock Holmes themed journal, I have all the original pictures in here, which is really cool. Couple of Reader's Digests just for the covers. I do look through them when I harvest them just in case I like the theme on the coloured pages. There's not a lot in here. So yeah, I usually take the text block out these days and just to keep the cover in a box with all my other covers. This one has some more interesting pictures. Got a leopard there. So I'll have to put them in my to harvest pile. Looks like we've got 2 of these Piccolo Explorer books, Secrets of the Sea. It's coming apart. 1979, great picture there. Yeah, so a few nice pictures to fussy cut out. And Secrets of Nature. And there's another one that I'll take out. Got the fox on it. And there's another fox. That's kind of cute too. Is it a fox or is it some other little dog thing? It's not really telling us, is it? Looks like a fox. And this old book, this is the prayer book. It's History, Language and Contents. I think I just really like this cover. Needs a bit of a clean, but it's a nice vintage looking cover. It's signed 1926. This edition is 1913. So yeah, probably just harvest that and keep the cover. There was this little Australian slang dictionary. I might read this before I actually do anything with it. But I got this because you may remember that I made myself a couple of cinch books with some sort of card that I had gotten out of the recycle bin. And I use that for my magazine collages. Well, I've done one so far, but I want to use it for my magazine collages. And I find it really handy because you can lie the pages nice and flat like this. So this is sort of the same type of card. It is glossy, but it's quite good sticking your glossy magazine pages to this sort of glossy card with your glue stick. And I find using something a little more sturdy like this, you don't tend to get the wrinkles that you do if you put magazine page onto magazine page. So I thought this would make a really neat little glue book for me. Fang it. I won't read the next one. Yeah, flat out like a lizard drinking. Yes, might be an interesting read. Yeah. These are thermal mechanic. Very interesting. I've always wanted to know about that. And they are dirty. Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember what I got. So it's in some other language. Might be Russian or something. And they seem very old. But they're typed. And the paper's really nice and brown. And I just like the typed text and the brown. Look at that one, brown paper. How cool is that going to be to collage with? And then there's some diagrams as well. Very, very cool. So I had to grab those. Interesting. Have no idea what it all says. Even if it was in English, I wouldn't know what it all said. And this is mathematic, it says. Definitely old. nomogramy. Aren't they cool? Algebra, I can read that. It says algebra. So very cool. Then they must have cleaned out the encyclopedia area, because this is Paul Hamlin's Children's Encyclopedia in colour. 1971. Again, lots of photos and illustrations that I can harvest. Great for journal themes and glue booking. I just love encyclopedias for this sort of thing. Look at the picture of the kingfisher. Just beautiful. Great source books for bits to put on your journal cards and your tags. And the new Golden Encyclopedia. This one's a big book. 1965 for this edition. Again, just great illustrations. That would be good, cut out and then folded in half as a centre page. And then you've got your smaller bits. These would make great journal cards. Fussy cuts. I get excited when I see all this and I just want to get into it straight away, but I'm backed up with projects at the moment, so they're going to have to go to the side until I've got time. I think I have some of the most fun I have with this hobby is looking through the books and harvesting bits and getting inspired. Even if I don't make anything with them, it's still good for your mind, I think. It must be another map. Student Map Manual, Historical Geography of the Bible Lands. Yeah, maps. I like the colour in these. Oh, it's nice having different coloured maps. And look at these. These are cool note pages. They'd be perfect folded in half as journal pages. I'll probably have them. There's probably a few after each section, maybe. Yeah. Then this, look at the cover on this. Another one to reuse. It's quite tall. Index 10, Harmsworth's. It's cut into history. It's a beautiful cover. Looks quite old again. Harmsworth History of the World Special and General Indexes. So it's probably just the indexes then, but that's all right. That'd be nice for collaging, nice old pages. But yeah, I really love this cover. Grabbed this, it turns here, I don't know what I'm doing. The Australian Flower Garden Planner. I've seen one of these before somewhere. Yeah, so this is sort of thickish and they're fold out pages, so you can make page pockets with them, and beautiful illustrations. You've got the full page illustration, look at that, gorgeous. Sorry about the glare. And then you can plan it. You can do a collage on that and add it as a page. You can cut out your flowers and put them in these little slots. Very interesting. Oh yeah, so these are punch out flowers. That's really cool, so you don't even have to fussy cut them. You can just cut the bottom off if you want, and they're already fussy cut pieces for you. Because yeah, they come out. So that one's worth looking for. Then it's got an index on the side there. Just a couple more. Bit of a big one this week. There is this one, Butterflies on My Mind by Dulcie Gray. And in there is a dust cover that I grabbed off of one of the books for myself. It's got some vintage tape on it. Gertrude Lawrence. But yeah, I love all the colours and the pictures on your old dust covers, and I like using them. Just a plain cover. They're Life and Conservation in Britain Today. Lovely pictures. That was one that my son had tipped into the bin, into the big skip bin. And I was like, hang on a minute, that's not going in there. So yeah, some lovely pictures in that one. This is Purnell's Concise Encyclopedia of Nature. So great picture for glue booking. This one is 1972. And just like all the other encyclopedias I have showed you, lots of beautiful fussy cuts, page pictures. I mean, you could grab one or two encyclopedias and that would do you for a couple of months for embellishments and that. You can make piles of journals out of them. So theoretically, by all the ones I've got in the house, I should be all right for the next 100 odd years. And this one's beautiful. Just chock-a-block full of bits and pieces that I would use. So I usually harvest the pages and cut some of them down. If I think I'm not going to use the whole page, I'll cut out the picture that I want and then sort them into themes in my filing cabinets. And then when I do a journal on that theme, it's a lot easier for me to go and just grab the folder that they're in and get started. It takes so long to go looking through all the books to find what you want, but I do end up having to do that as well most of the time. So look at that for a journal card. Is that the same picture we saw before? It's not the same book. I'm sure it's not the same book. Probably the same picture. I know a lot of encyclopedias do use the same graphics. Okay, and then the last one I grabbed was this Poems to Read to Young Australians. You can tell this is 70s. Copyright reprint 1976. Isn't it pretty? Just really cute illustrations in this one. It's quite big, so I'd have to chop it down here and there, but that's all right. It's an interesting style as well. So that is it for my book haul this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye.